hang up and I'll need to dial you back up again.
Okay, I gotta hang up on the other phone?
Huh?
I have to hang up here? You're gonna call me back?
I'm gonna call you back, yeah.
Okay.
Already we see the problem with the wind. It just blew it off the tee. Now we've got to have one of the boys come up on the kickoff team and hold the ball. Short, right line. Oh, all the way back to the end zone.
Okay, we're ready.
All right.
Let's do it.
So that shows you how
We're gonna go to the
wind factor.
we're gonna go off the trailer and go ahead and go on your right now.
Okay.
Here we go.
Our own 20-yard line.
And thank you, Don Anderson, and I do believe we've got the problem fixed now. Thanks for standing by.
Got her done.
We got her done, and we're ready to go. Southeast has the ball at what appears to be their own 20-yard line, following a pretty good kick with the wind here in Springfield. Easley comes up under center. He's got two wideouts to his right, one to the left. Tornado set up with three linebackers, a handoff up in the middle, and nowhere to run. Nothing there for Southeast, and Taylorville, in fact, gives them a loss of about 3 yards on that play. Great job on the defense of Taylorville. Let's hope they can keep that up against this running game of Southeast.
Well, Matt, this wind's going to be a factor on whether they can throw the ball. So if we close them down on the run, we may get great field position.
That's true. Easley up under center once again. He's got trips to his right, man in motion to the right. The snap, Easley rolls out to his left, looking downfield. He's got a man down to about the 25-yard line, a pickup of about 9 yards after the penalty. It'll be third down and a long 6 for Southeast.
Those kind of passes aren't going to hurt you, of course, right over the middle. But like we were mentioning just a few minutes ago, Matt, that's the kind of passes you got to go with the kind of wind factor we have out there.
Exactly. Easley back up under center once again. Two-man to his right, man in motion now, making it trips to the right. Tornadoes switching. Easley rolls out to his right. He's looking to pass. He's got a man in the flats. And the pass complete to number 24, Danny Seidner.
But not a first down, and that's a big play for the Tornadoes. It brings up fourth and about, a good 3, maybe 4 yards. 3, I would guess.
And Southeast will come on to punt.
Now we got to get those people off the field. We're changing a lot of people out there.
Milam is deep for the Tornadoes. Punting for Southeast is Jesse Wilson. He's a 6'2" senior, 175 pounds. Special teams a big factor for any football team. Here's the punt, the snap, the kick. Milam back to field it. He'll run to his right and trying to shake off one receiver. He cannot. Is brought down at the old Taylorville's own 47-yard line. A run back of about 2 yards.
Not a bad kick at all in this type of wind. So, it almost is so strong it might blow you right back into your face as a punter. But boy, got a good punt for such a wind factor out there.
And yes, it is a very good one. I'd say probably about 20 miles an hour here on at Memorial Stadium. Now here comes the offense for Tornadoes. Jeb Odom up under center. Tad McCullough set up with two receivers, or one receiver to each side, two backs in the backfield. Odom takes the snap. He's dropping back, looks for a man in the flats. He's got Mike Repture running to his left, breaks one tackle, is brought down finally by Southeast number 84, Tim Smith. A pickup of about 7 yards for the Tornadoes.
Wide open on that flare pass out to his left that time, and of course, like we were talking about, even though they're with the wind, that can be a factor on trying to throw the ball with the wind.
Absolutely.
Don't have the control that you have on a still day.
Tornadoes come up to the line once again. Odom under center. He's barking out the calls. Southeast looks like they may blitz. Now the blitz is off. Man in motion to the right. Clevis in motion to the right. Odom on a quarterback keeper. He's got a first down. He's up to the 40-yard line where Taylorville will have a first down and 10.
That was a great fake into the line. In fact, I thought Repture had the football that time, and he carried it on out and made a nice option play. And, I think more and more if we can move the ball like we did on these first two plays, we're going to get that confidence factor up very quickly. I think it's there already, to tell you the truth.
Absolutely. Odom under quarterback. Tornadoes get set again. Two backs behind him, Mike and Matt Repsher. Southeast with a four-man line front. Odom takes a snap. He drops back. Looks pass, possibly a screen, and now Odom all by himself, looking to pass. Downfield, he's got a wide open Casey Reese, who's still going. Touchdown, Tornado. No, they call him down.
Oh no, we got a flag on the field, I believe. I'd be ashamed to have this one called back, but that's what's going to happen, I'm afraid.
Did you catch the call there, Don?
No, I think they'll give it to us right here. It might have been an illegal man down the field.
Yes, here's what it may be.
Yeah, so we had a lineman that got downfield and called it on, and that was super job that time. Can't think of the runners that we just caught the ball there.
It was a great catch by Casey Reese.
Casey, that was
wide open down about the 15-yard line, even broke a tackle.
Yeah, that's what he did well.
And we've got an injured player on the field. The perfect time for us to take a time out. You're listening to Tornado Football.
The man downfield and hit him real well, and of course he went in for the touchdown. It's a shame we had to get that one called back, but I'm sure they'll have a few more passes like that.
So it's 1st and 15 now at the 50-yard line. Odom under center, getting ready to take the snap. He's dropping back, looking to pass again. Right in the middle, Casey Reese picks up the ball. He's running, breaks one tackle, is brought down just shy of a first down, picks up about 12 yards on the play, brought down at the Southeast 32-yard line.
You know, he runs like a fullback, doesn't he?
He sure does.
When he gets steam up going down there, it's awful hard to bring that young man down at all.
Absolutely. Casey Reese, pretty good sized boy, and he's only a junior, so that'll be great, of course, for the Tornadoes next year as well as this year. Tornadoes come up once again. Odom has Milam wide to his left. Two backs. Quarterback sneak. Odom looks like he's got a first down, and I do believe he does. He brings the ball down to about the 27-yard line.
I tell you, we do that 3 out of 4 times on short yardage, you know. One of these times we're going to go back and pass the ball, and we're going to catch them all snapping.
Oh, yeah. One thing that, with a quick line, you can always run a quarterback sneak, it seems like. One thing that always worked for us, of course, last year. Of course, me being center, I'm not trying to brag or anything.
You did a great job, Matt. You deserve a little bragging.
Odom under center once again. Getting ready to take the snap. He drops back looking for a quick pass. He's got Milam in the flats. Milam breaks one tackle, heading towards the sideline. Touchdown. Tornadoes. Chad Milam with a beautiful catch. Broke about 2 tackles on the play. And Odom to Milam once again for another touchdown.
And Matt, I tell you, when he scores one time out of every 3 that he touches the ball, he's a real threat, and I think you're going to see him touch the ball quite a bit today.
Oh, yes. Taylorville comes in. Tommy Daniels will come in to attempt the point after. And the Tornadoes get set for the point after. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. Tommy Daniels with the point after with 7:16 left to go in the first quarter. Taylorville leads it 7-0. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado Football. And we're back in Springfield. Taylorville set to kick off once again. The ball falls over. Windy up here. It is very windy. That's how windy it is, folks. And so Taylorville will have an extra man come over and hold the ball for Tommy Daniels, who will be kicking. Looks like Justin Rare is going to go over there and hold the ball, and then he can head downfield. Here's the kick, a low kick, pretty good one over to the sideline. This one may go out of bounds. It does.
Oh boy, that's hard.
At the 12-yard line.
But it'll come back out to the 35, I think, Matt, and that really hurt us on that particular play, not keeping it in bounds.
Yes, it was a good kick, though. He did, however, with the wind behind him, may have wanted to try and get it up a little bit more, but then again, Taylorville is known for running this, what we call the squib kick.
Looks like we're going to have another kickoff. I thought they had the option on that play, but maybe not.
Well,
maybe they didn't take the, maybe they had 2 options. Either take it out on the 35 or make them kick it again, since they've got great returners, you know.
Well, they call it illegal procedure against the Tornadoes, so maybe we had a man down there.
Yeah, maybe that the illegal procedure was, I don't know if that was the out of bounds or if we had some other penalty on it. But all in all, this could pay off for us.
Definitely. And so Taylorville will kick the ball off once again, now kicking off from their own 35-yard line. Tommy Daniels out to boot the ball with Justin Rare holding the ball since it is so windy here, and here is the kick. This one a little bit better on the ground.
No, he's not. He did call it too. That was a bad call, I think. I don't think the guy that picked the ball up had the ball in his hands.
I'm not sure. However, it appeared there was two men there trying to field the ball, and one man was down, the other was not, and looked from up here like the guy who was still standing to pick the ball up, and the referee behind him called the ball down. Right now, we've got the ball down at the 15-yard line.
They're discussing the play now back there. I tell you, though, I'll give the referee's got a much better look at the ball than you and I. And the fans, it could be that the man that was on his knee will kick it again. I wonder what was called that time.
I'm not sure.
Well, that good field position keeps going back another 5 yards.
Huh.
Good thing we have the wind, Matt.
Yes, it is. So,
whatever's happening out there, we're going to have to correct it, and I think they may be calling offside on the kicking team.
Let's see if we can get a call here.
I don't know.
They're still placing the ball at the 35. I'm not...
Well, maybe what they did, they had a bad call and wanted to give them another shot.
I don't know.
That doesn't happen.
I don't know. I don't know if that was in the rule books or not.
No, not if the official makes a bad call. You don't have to kick it over. I'm sure there was another call. I was sort of jesting a little bit about that.
Yes. So we'll kick it off once again from the 35-yard line. Tommy Daniels, for the third time, will kick it, and he gets it on the ground. And Southeast picks up the ball, being returned. And Taylorville has got good coverage on him, pushes him out of bounds.
And he's still on his feet.
Still on his feet. Good thing we got him out of bounds, else he might have broken this one away. Ball out of bounds at, it looks to me like the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that was not a good kick. Well, it wasn't that bad of a kick, but the guy was able to field it in real great position. And so they got great field position out of 3 kickoffs. And that's what we had in that series of kickoffs.
So Southeast will take over the ball at their own 30, make it the 41-yard line. Easley up under center. He's got 3 men in the backfield. Looks for reverse, going to the left. Taylor's got Odom out there trying to chase him down. He doesn't have the speed. And finally brought down at Taylorville's own 43-yard line is number 1 for Southeast. We get a name with him. Lincoln James, of course, one of the speedsters who scored against Taylorville last year when Taylorville played Southeast.
And I tell you, I think you're going to see reverses and misdirection plays to try to get their people out one-on-one like Jeff. Jeff, he just didn't have the speed to bring him down.
Southeast will come up again. They come up with 3 receivers, make it 4 receivers and 1 back. Now receiver in motion to the right, makes it trips right. Taylorville adjusting, looks like another reverse fake. Easley throws into the flats, no good. So an incomplete pass for Easley. 2nd down and 10 for Southeast.
They faked the reverse that time, and of course the quarterback kept the ball, and he did have a man open, but he just didn't get it to him, or at least not close enough where he could catch it.
Not a very good throw either, not much behind it or anything.
Yeah, well, again, we don't know what factor that wind might be, but he was throwing on the run, and that's tough to try to throw the ball as you're running.
One note, one to run these wild plays, running the polecat last year a few times, hasn't run it this year. Doesn't do it this set either. Trips to the right, easily takes the snap. He's looking to pass, under pressure, rolls out to his right. He's got a man downfield deep, and the ball's overthrown, so it will be 4th and 10 for Southeast. Intended receiver was, I can't get a number on it, number 2 it appears, Craig Rolfe, one of the other offensive threats of Taylorville. On the coverage, Jeremy Zeitler for Taylorville. Jeremy, one of the very good defensive backs for Taylorville.
He's a junior also.
He is a junior. And Southeast will have to punt now, punting into the wind. Punting for Southeast, of course, number 7, Jesse Wilson. Milam is deep for the Tornadoes. Taylorville 10 men on the line and 1 deep Milam. Here's the snap and the kick. Is a pretty good one for in the wind. Milam fields it, drops it, now picks it back up, runs to his left, is brought down inside the 10-yard line. Actually fielded the ball at about the 15, and as he was trying to run around the tackler, made his way back to about the 8-yard line. That's where Taylorville will start off once again. 6:28 left to go in the first period. Taylorville up 7-0, and Taylorville's offense will have another shot at another touchdown.
Long ways to go on this series, 92 yards to go, but it's been done. But let's hope at least we can make a couple of first downs before we have to punt the ball.
Absolutely. Taylorville up on the ball. Tad McCullough at center. Odom underneath. Two backs behind him. Zeitler in motion to the right. Puts Milam to the left. And it looks like an option to the right.
First man got it, I believe, or fullback.
I believe the fullback, Matt Repture, on the carry there. Shea Walker in the backfield as well. It was Matt Repture on the carry.
About 3 yards on the play. You have to be a little conservative down in this end of the field.
Yeah, you've got to run the ball in these situations like this. Last thing we want is maybe a blown pass coverage and having anybody tackled or Odom tackled for a loss. Taylor now second down and about 7 yards. Clevis in motion to the right now. Milam to the left, two backs. Odom looking for an option once again. He'll keep it and bring the ball out to about the 18, make it the 16-yard line for Taylorville.
Well, this is the first big play for the Tornadoes as far as ball control. Wonder what we'll do here, Matt.
I'm interested to see. It'll probably, I'd probably go with a run play here. Maybe even it's still got about 2, maybe 3 yards. I'd go with the quarterback sneak myself. But then again, I'm not coaching.
Yeah, he may do it.
Odom underneath center. And he'll motion to his right again with an option. He pitches to Shea Walker, who's out.
No,
Looks like it's going to be short by about 1 yard, maybe 2 yards. And so the running play coming up short here.
Now that team speed really helps Lampion really helps Southeast.
Absolutely. Fourth down and 1 yard to go, and Taylorville looks like they're going to have to be in a punting situation.
Yeah, our punter's coming in now.
Clevis will be in to punt for the Tornadoes.
Of course, this was part of our downfall last week, so I'm sure everybody's got their fingers crossed. He may go for it. He just might go for this. I think he is.
And they are going to go for it. Odom up under center, and I'll guess a quarterback sneak.
Now, they might be trying to pull them off sides.
And it's a quarterback sneak and play whistled dead.
I think he had his first down too, but the fact is he just took a little too long. But I thought he was maybe trying to do what so many do, is to call his cadence and pull the defense off side. But that wasn't. They did snap the ball, but it was a little late, and now we definitely have to punt it.
Definitely have to punt. 4th and 6 now. And Taylorville will bring out their punting team with a delay of game called against the Tornadoes.
This is a very dangerous play a couple of ways, you know, to get the kick away, and also the great return man that Southeast has.
Clemens back to punt. Southeast with 3 men deep to receive. And here's a kick by Clevis out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that wasn't the best thing to do. I don't believe he meant to do it. And
they're going to mark it.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Mark it out at the 40-yard line. So it's about a 22, make it a 21-yard punt for the Tornadoes. We won't complain about that one bit. Good punt for Joe Clevis. Southeast will take over at Taylorville's 40-yard line now. And the defense of Taylorville will come back out to stop these boys once again.
Well, let's see. There's about 3:58 on the clock, or 53 for the first quarter.
Southeast now comes up on the ball. Eric Eastley, the quarterback for Southeast. He's got 3 men to his left, 1 to his right. And handoff to the lone running back, number 24. He's still running, still going. He picks up a first down, takes it out to the 25-yard line of Taylorville. And running the ball that time was number 34, Telly Beck. So Beck usually playing a wide receiver and gets into the backfield there and carries the ball. Well, I correct myself. It was not Telly Beck. It was Danny Seidner, number 24 for Southeast.
I think he was the lone running back on that play.
Yes, he was. Southeast comes up over the ball again. Taylorville with their defense set up. Southeast with 2 men to each side, 1 back. Hand off to the back again. Tackled by Doc Cole.
Right when he got it, didn't he?
Right at the exchange. I think Doc Cole probably could have taken the handoff on that one. And
Big boy to move, I tell you.
he brings down the, looked like sure was a blitz call or a stunt for Taylorville.
You call him a blitz because he's big enough to be a blitz by himself.
He is. So Doc Cole comes up with the tackle for a loss. Now 2nd down and about 12 yards for Southeast here. They're heading directly to the south. Man in motion to the right, making trips to the right. And easily rolling out to his right, has a man tackled by about 3 Taylorville defenders, brought down by Justin Greer as well as Matt Repsher on the reception of Eastley's pass, number 24 for Southeast.
And you're definitely in 4-down territory, so we got a couple of plays we have to keep them from making the 1st down.
3rd down now, with about 8 yards to go for a 1st down for Southeast. Southeast comes up with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and the lone back, number 24, Danny Seidener. Eastley now taking the snap. He's looking to pass. It's flag thrown and a man downfield and no good, but we do have a flag back here, back about the 31-yard line.
Might be a holding call here.
I believe it would probably with behind the play, and we do have a holding call against Southeast.
Yeah, I think I'd take that one. What would you do, Matt? It's 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll just give them 1 down with 9 to go, but with is it a 10-yard penalty or 15?
I believe it's 10 holding, and it is declined by Taylorville. 4th down now and 8 yards.
Not a bad call there. They've got 1 down to make 9 yards.
So Taylorville will put Southeast in a situation there, 4th down and 8. Ball at the Taylorville 23-yard line. Southeast spreading their offense out. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 backs now in a pro situation. 1 receiver to the left. Eastley takes a snap. He fakes a handoff. Eastley rolling out to his left, looking for a receiver downfield, looking to pick up a 1st down. Great job by Jeb Odom, who came up on the play to tackle Eastley. Eastley only picked up about a yard on that play, and Odom coming up from the is it a safety spot that he plays?
Yeah, I think he's playing I'm not sure if it's a strong, I think he's a strong safety or the free safety. At least he's a safety. And everybody who came to the left side, a lot of misdirection, and the quarterback kept it and looking for a receiver and couldn't find one. Then he decided to run with the ball.
So Taylorville takes over the ball now at their own 23-yard line. Taylorville comes up over the ball, Odom under center. 1 receiver to each side, 2 backs, Walker and Milam. Make it Walker and Repsher. Ball thrown deep to Milam if he can get it.
Boy, he almost had it.
Almost had it. About 2 more steps. Milam would have had a beautiful, beautiful Odom to Milam reception for about 30 yards or so.
Man, I think that's a good situation to know why the long pass, it's not as accurate, because even though they got the win, they don't control it as well.
So, Taylorville will have 2nd and 10 now. McCullough playing the center. And Odom up under the center. Milam to his left, Clubbas to his right. Walker and Repsher in the backfield. Odom back to pass. He throws out in the flats to Mike Repsher, who's running to his left. He picks up about 7 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down. And about 2, maybe a long 2, 3 yards for the Tornadoes. A great pass there out in the quick short pass out into the flats.
That was great, and you know, throwing that long pass, now they're a little conscious of that deep pattern. That's going to open up the short stuff a little better. Even though you don't always catch the long passes, run it a few times so that they'll defend against it. And that was a nice call by the coaching staff. Nice execution for the team.
And a timeout now called by Taylorville. 1 minute and 3 left to go in the first period. Taylorville leads at 7-0. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado Football.
There'll be exclusive showings of today's latest eyewear styles and hourly drawings for free gifts and equipment demonstrations. Make an appointment on the 30th and get 50% off a complete pair of eyeglasses or contact lenses. And don't forget to ask about their exclusive 2-year eyeglass.
Oh, boy.
Guaranteed contact lenses.
Well, anyway, we're going to punt with a win.
At Central Illinois Optometric,
Good call. Good call that time. Can you hear him okay? I can hear him.
And we are back here at Taylorville, or rather back in Springfield.
Lampier.
Lampier, next to Lampier Park Memorial Stadium is what it's called. Third down rather, a short pass to Reese. Reese dropped the ball out actually off his helmet. Now Taylorville in a punting situation, 4th and 2. With Clevis to punt, 3 men deep for Southeast. Not much of a rush, and a pretty good end-over-end kick, and a great bounce. And the ball fielded at the 17-yard line, making some good moves. This is number 31. He drops the ball now, and I believe Southeast fell on it. 25-yard line is where Southeast will start their own offense now. Pretty good kick by Clevis, end over end. We'll take it.
Bounced way in the air. The boy had to turn his back on the field and catch it, and then you can tell he's dangerous because he squibbed around and looked like he might break it through there. Tornadoes did a good job to contain him.
Taylor now sets up their defense. Tad McCullough at an end, John Martinowski, Doc Cole, and Casey Reese making up the 4-man line. Barlow in there as well. Corners.
Wishbone.
Southeast with the wishbone now. Eastley, 3 men running with the handoff. And the ball is taken by one of the tailbacks there and brought out to about the 22-yard line. Actually a loss on that play.
About a yard loss. But they're going to have the wind here with us just in a few more seconds. We're down to inside 9 seconds. I doubt if they even run the next play.
I don't think they'll run a play. So this will be the end of the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, a good quarter for Taylorville. Taylorville leads this one 7-0. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado Football. Springfield High School. 7-0 is what the score is. Taylorville leads. Southeast now facing a second down and about 11, make it at 12 yards against the Tornadoes. Taylorville now with Justin Rare playing defense for Taylorville. Odom's at free safety. Milam at a DB, and is Jeremy Zeitler. Southeast looks like they may have had some motion there, and a great job by Casey Reese. He sacks Eric Eastley for a loss of about 5 yards. Looks like we may have had motion against Southeast. I do believe I saw the tight end for them move.
Yeah, I think maybe even the back moved a little too soon. I think it is against them. I would suppose we'll probably not accept this one and take the loss. The loss is a lot more back there, if you'll notice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, way back down to the 15-yard line, I believe.
Not sure if they can take the loss though on an offensive movement.
It must have been something else, because that's what's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, they blow the whistle immediately, Matt, if somebody breaks the plane in there. So true. They didn't do that. So could have been motion in the backfield. Excuse me, Matt. Go ahead.
Southeast now will come up with a third down and about 20 yards to go. Make it third down. Eric Eastley in the shotgun now. Taylorville with her 4 linemen. Motion to the right, trips to the right now. Eric Eastley takes the snap. He rolls out to his left, looking for a short man, looking for an up and out to Lincoln James, and the ball almost intercepted by Chad Milam. James not even having a shot at the ball, as I think Milam out-jumped him on that one. It'll bring up 4th down and 20. Southeast definitely will have to punt now.
Have to punt, and of course, again, I think you can see where the wind is with you. You don't have quite the control that you might have on a calm day. Now, whether that quarterback could do as well, I'm not sure. But anyway, they're in a deep hole, and Taylorville will have a chance to run this one back.
Southeast now coming up. They'll call a timeout. We'll take a timeout. There is 11 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. Taylorville leads it 7-0. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado Football.
To receive an even better deal on your checking account. Simply stop by First of America Bank Taylorville or call 824-9664. First of America, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And we're back. The punt now. Low snap for Southeast. Kick is up. Milam back to field the ball. He will let it go.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Made a mistake, didn't he?
Great bounce for Southeast. The ball rolls inside the 10 down to about the 5-yard line. That'll make that about an 80-yard kick.
Yeah, about an 80-yard kick, and it really didn't look that good.
No.
but of course with that wind factor, it just swept it down there. So
the ball initially hit about the 35-yard line and then rolled another 20 yards.
I think the problem there is the fact that the wind was holding it up there. He wasn't sure of himself. Not being sure of himself, he didn't want to take a chance. So, you know, that wind is a big, big factor, and it's not just a mistake he made. It might have been a hard play to make.
Absolutely. Odom now comes up under his line. McCullough at the center, guards Bryce Lovekamp and Doc Cole, tackles Mike Summer and Justin Fry for Taylorville. Odom under center. He's got receivers to each side, two backs with Casey Reese at the tight end. Odom gives an option to his left and running the ball and going nowhere is, I believe, Matt Repsher.
Yeah, now we're in a real problem here deep in our own territory, and we'll have to kick with the wind, so we really do need a couple of first downs.
We do. Loss of 2 yards on the play will give Taylorville, or make it a gain of 2 yards on the play, make it a second down and 8 for Taylorville at their own 8-yard line. Taylorville comes up over the ball. Southeast with their defense set up. Clevis to the right, Milam to the left with one, make it I-backs, Walker and Repsher. And look for an option again, make it a dive to Matt Repsher. He brings the ball out to about the 10-yard line, a gain of about 2 more yards for Taylorville.
Most important play of the game right here for the Tornadoes. Up to this point, of course.
So Taylorville facing now third down and about a long 6 yards to go for a first down. Definitely need this first down to get us out of danger. We're at our own 10-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we call here. Pass would be awful dangerous, but we may have to do it.
Zeitler in to the game. He's wide to the right. Milam in the slot to the left. Two backs. Casey Reese at tight end. Odom takes a snap, looks for a quick pass to Milam. Milam makes a juke, and he looks like he's going to be just short of the first down.
Yeah, almost made it.
Almost made it. Quick pass, quick 70 series pass for Taylorville, and it's going to be fourth down and about 3 yards to go. Taylorville brings out their punting team.
Almost only counts in horseshoes, I guess.
Horseshoes, atom bombs, and hand grenades, was it? I believe that's what they taught me.
Yeah.
So Taylorville, fourth down and about 2, maybe 3 yards now. Clevis back to punt. He's got his heels on the 1-yard line. Make it the goal line now. Here comes a snap, a great snap, and a great kick by Clevis for being into the wind. Fielded by Lincoln James for Southeast rather. He's got the ball up, brought down about the 20-yard line. So
yeah, they had a pretty good lineup there, so that was a nice return, and you know, all in all, even though it's terrible field position, it's better than not having any at all, you know.
It's interesting to see they put 3 guys back on their punt return.
1 short and 2 deep.
And maybe they figure they can run around Taylorville. Not the case on this one as Lincoln James is brought down. At mark at the 22-yard line, they'll have first and 10 at the Taylorville 22. Taylorville's defense set up now against Eric Easley. He's got 2 receivers to each side, 1 back. Easley takes the snap, hands off to the running back, number 24. He's brought down by a herd of Taylorville jerseys. Brought down at the 16-yard line. Running the ball on that play was number 24, Danny Seidener.
Big 6 yards on that one. Second down about 4, and that's what you like to be in.
Second and 4 for Southeast. Taylorville awaiting Southeast to come up to the ball. Doc Cole and John Martinowski at the big tackles. Casey Reese and Tad McCullough on the line as well. Odom playing free safety. Easley's got 3 men to his right. He sneaks the ball and is brought down by Matt Repsher at about the 11-yard line. It's going to be close.
No, Matt, on something like this, with 2 more downs to go, you almost like for them to get the first down, because you'd think it's going to be third down and short yardage. Just gives them another down to try to score on you.
Yep.
And they are going to measure now. The officials bringing the chains out. Looks to me like they might be just a little bit short. I can't really tell from where I am, and they'll stretch the chains out, and they've got a first down.
Yeah, that's good.
About half the length of the football, past the first down marker.
Now they got 4 downs to score. That's too many, but it's better than 5.
Definitely. Ball at the 12-yard line. about the 12.5-yard line to, at least from where I'm sitting at. 1st and 10 for Southeast. Taylorville's defense needs to come up big right here. Taylorville double coveraging now on Lincoln James, Mike Repture and Chad Milam both on him. And here's the snap to Easley. He hands off for a short gain of about 2 yards. Running the ball on that play was number 2, Craig Rolfe.
You know, it looks like that Southeast can make a first down inside the 1-yard line if that's the case. So it's a little short of the goal line.
Ball sitting now just inside the 10-yard line, about a long 9 yards. Eric Easley under center now. Taylorville's defense set. 3 men to his right, man in motion. Easley looking to pass. He's got a short and a quick completion to Lincoln James for a touchdown score. James just cut in a short post there and caught the quick pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, the whole thing has to come back to that 80-yard punt is what got us in trouble down there. And, of course, Southeast did a good job of getting it into the end zone. So, and again, the wind, I think, had a great factor in that 80-yard punt. It has to be. Could be normal human being a kick at 80 yards, I wouldn't think.
No.
Oh, fake.
Fake conversion here, and Lincoln James will run the ball in, make it Jesse Wilson will run the ball in for Southeast, making it 7-0, or rather 7-7 here. It's all tied up.
It's 8-7, Matt.
Or, excuse me.
2-point conversion.
2-point conversion makes it 8-7. Southeast. Back at Springfield, Southeast set to kick off after they scored a 2-point conversion. 8-7, Southeast leads. And here's the kick for Southeast down into the corner for Taylorville, fielded by Justin Rare. He fields the ball about the 7-yard line, running out to about the 17, making the 18-yard line. Where Taylorville will take over 1st and 10. Taylorville with the ball.
6:56 left to go in the quarter, so we've got to move the ball. We don't want to kick into this wind.
Definitely. Taylorville still going into the wind, and we'll have the wind until halftime at least. And all the flags out here standing, pointing straight into the north because it is a pretty stiff wind. Taylorville now coming up with 2 receivers to the left. Odom with 2 backs. He's up under McCullough, barking out the calls. He'll take the snap. The drop back to pass makes a draw to, I believe, Mike Repture for no gain, it looks like.
Not much, if anything.
And
whether we like it or not, we might have to be forced into passing the ball because they're really jamming us up inside.
That they are. Mike Repture, the carrier on that. He carries for a gain of maybe half a yard. Taylorville comes up once again with 2 receivers to the left. Casey Reese, the tight end, to the right. 2 backs. Repture and Repture, it looks like from here. Odom barking out the call, so he'll take the snap from McCullough. He drops back to pass, looking for a short pass. He's got a receiver. Milam out at the 30-yard line for a first down and 10 for Taylorville. So Taylorville, beautiful pass play right there.
Yes, it was, into that wind, and it went right on the money, you see. And Chad's a great receiver, and that was a big, big first down.
That's something we definitely needed. Don't need to be punting out of our own end zone or close to it anymore. So it's first down and 10 now, about the just inside the Taylorville 30-yard line. Mark it at the 29. Tad McCullough comes up, picks the ball up to snap to Odom. Odom now with receiver to each side. Casey Reese lined up to his left. 2 backs. He takes the snap, options to his right, carrying the ball. Mike Repture, he runs the ball up, tackled by several Southeast players for a gain of about, maybe 1 yard.
They got such speed in their secondary, it's hard for our fellows to get outside. They've just got blazing speed on that Southeast team.
They do have some speed. One good thing, at least so far, Taylorville's offensive line has been doing a great job of protecting Odom.
Yeah, they are. They're doing real good in there. Last week we didn't do as well.
Now Taylorville lines up with Casey Reese to the right, a receiver to each side, 2 backs, Mike and Matt Repture. Odom barking out the calls. He'll take the snap from McCullough, fakes the quick draw, or rather a pass to Casey Reese, running the ball, still running, finally brought down by about 3 of Southeast men. He takes the ball for a gain of about 20 yards. He's into Southeast territory.
That, I believe, isn't it?
32.
Yeah, from about the 30. to it anyway. But anyway, it's sort of to see he was in front of the guys, but they're so fast they ran him down.
He was. Odom with a great fake to his back there, faking a handoff and with a play action pass. Odom now lines up with the receiver to each side, two backs, takes the snap, hands off to Matt Repture, who runs the ball up for about a gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, those are good. You got to run them to get your people open.
Definitely true. Running game, need a good balance between running and passing. Everybody talks about how Odom can pass the ball, but Odom does a good job with the running game as well, and we've got some great backs there.
But our chief suit is still the pass.
Taylorville now comes up with three receivers. Casey Reese to the right, Clubb is to the right, and Milam to the left. Two backs, Mike and Matt Repture. Odom takes the snap from McCullough, takes the handoff, options to his left. Matt Repture, the ball carrier. He runs over one man, and finally brought down by about three more Southeast players at about, looks to me like the 26-yard line.
And yeah, we're in a 4-down situation, so you know you can do either one. You can either run or pass it here, or you know you're going to go on 4th down.
3rd and 5 now facing the Taylorville Tornadoes. Tad McCullough and the rest of the line coming up. Lovecamp and Summer and Cole and Fry. Odom under center. Takes a snap, one receiver to each side. Casey Reese, the tight end, to the right. Mike and Matt Repture in the backfield. He'll take the snap. Odom almost falls down, throws the ball, and throws behind.
Yeah, he almost went to a knee, and then, of course, he had to get up, and the whole play was messed up. I think his man was open.
Yeah, I do believe Zeitler was open, and Odom maybe got a... Well, maybe they didn't. I guess it looks from here they're going to call Odom down.
Oh, they are?
Looked to me like he put his hand down to stop him.
Okay.
So they call Odom down at the 30-yard line, a loss of about 3 yards on the play. Taylorville now with 4th down and 8, and of course they're going to go for it. They're in a 4-down situation, as Don told you. Odom under center now. Be interesting to see what Taylorville does here. 4th and 8 for Taylorville. Odom fakes the handoff. He's going to pass. He's got two men downfield, and good defense by Southeast.
They had him well covered.
Well covered. We actually had two men right next to each other, Casey Reese and Chad Milam, both right there.
Somebody must have been out of a pattern, one of the two boys, only one, but regardless, they're going to get the ball on about the 31-yard line.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Southeast now as Taylorville's defense comes back out onto the field. Eric Easley trotting out the quarterback of Southeast. How much time we got, Don?
About 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
So Southeast will have the ball and the wind behind their back. They're heading north, the wind out of the south. Eric Easley comes up under center. Taylorville with a 4-man line. Maybe a blitzing backer, looks like, from Matt Repture as he comes up towards the line. Motion to the right, makes a trips to the right for Southeast. And Easley falls down, tackled by the 25-yard line for a sack.
I don't know if I've seen one quite that obvious. Poor fella got out of control, and he went back another 7 or 8 yards trying to get his feet underneath him. So that's really going to help Taylorville.
So a loss of 10 yards there on the quarterback fall down. I'm not sure if you could call it a sack, but anyhow, 2nd and 20 for Southeast now.
Team sack that time.
There we go. Southeast comes up over the ball. They've got trips to the left. 2 men to the right. Easley make it another quarterback in there. It looks like they've got Jesse Wilson in at quarterback, so maybe a trick play here. Looking for an out and up. He's got a man across the middle of the field. The ball thrown way behind number 34, his intended receiver, Telly Beck, and come out with Jesse Wilson at quarterback.
Yeah, I guess maybe he's a good passer, or easy to put him in the shotgun back there. But of course, one good thing was the clock has stopped, and hopefully this time we can fill the football. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. I think what are we, 3rd down? We're not 4th down yet. My fault.
We still got 3rd and 20 now. Easley back in at quarterback for Southeast. He's got 3 men to his right, 2 to the left, no backs. Looking to pass, motion to the right now. Makes it 4 backs to the right, and Southeast will take a timeout. They'll call timeout. 3rd and 20 for Southeast. We've got 1 minute and 58 seconds to play here. It is 8-7 Southeast. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado Football.
Garden equipment. John Dill with small engine repair also has engines for a wide range of other powered equipment. They'll select a braking stratum model with right to mill yard or other use. Your authorized bridge and service center in Taylorville is John
Got back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it.
High School.
And there we're back here in Springfield. Southeast goes for it on 4th down with the pass.
No, 3rd down, I believe.
Yeah,
Third.
you're correct there, Don. It was 3rd down, so Southeast picks up about 10 yards on a play to Craig Rolfe, catching the quick pass there from Eric Eastley. Southeast now facing 4th down and about 9 yards, and looks like they're going to punt. They set up in their punt formation. Jesse Wilson set to punt. Chad Milam deep for Taylorville, and
Getting deeper.
Chad takes a few more steps back, doesn't want to have the same thing happen again, and the wind picking up here in Springfield. And almost blocked by Matt Repsher. Instead, Chad Milam will field the ball at the 28-yard line. He's running to his left, trying to find some room. He has nowhere to go. Ends up at the 30-yard line, and Southeast fans are very upset. They thought there should have been a roughing the kicker on that, but incidental. Matt Repsher had a great chance at that ball. I almost thought he was going to get it.
Yeah, he came very close. And again, you have to think of the team speed that Southeast has. It's very hard for us to get outside them, even on a punt coverage.
So Taylorville will take over now at their own 30-yard line. Tad McCullough coming up to handle the center. Chad Milam to the right, Jeremy Zeitler to the left. The Repsher boy make it Matt Repsher and Shea Walker in the backfield for Taylorville. Odom takes a snap looking for a quick pass to Milam, and overthrown to Milam. And Milam looking for maybe some pass interference from Jesse Wilson. Looks like he may have been holding up Milam a little bit there, playing some close coverage.
Yeah, I tell you, it's tough to pass out there with only, I'm not sure how many seconds left to go, a minute or so. Have to be thinking about not wanting to punt the football in the next couple of downs. Make them call a timeout, try to get a first down.
1:19 left to go in the half. Odom up under center. He's got one man to each side, 2 backs behind him. And Odom carries it himself, and he'll run the ball out to about the 36-yard line. Pick up of about 4 or 5 yards. So Taylorville, with the clock still running, has 3rd down.
I'm surprised Southeast doesn't call a timeout. Because, thinking with the wind, such a factor out there.
It'd be interesting. I thought maybe, I'm not sure how many timeouts Southeast has left. I know they've taken, I'm pretty sure they've taken 2, Don.
They've taken 2, maybe that's their problem. They don't want to take their last one.
So Taylorville comes up once again with the ball, 3rd down and 5. Odom under center, barking out calls. He takes a snap, looking to pass. He's got a receiver in the flats from Repsher.
Well covered, yeah.
Well covered, and the ball thrown over his head.
Yeah, I think that was more it than anything. He saw he was covered, and he just threw it over his head. And that wasn't a bad thing to do.
Not a bad thing at all.
We got 33 seconds, .8.
33.8, and 4th down and 5 now. So Southeast will
need to punch it out of there a few yards.
So Taylorville, here's the snap now to Clubb is punting. He's got a pretty good kick up there. Southeast is only back. Lincoln James, he jumps over 1 tackle. Taylorville still tried to bring him down, finally brings him down to the 40-yard line. James runs the ball back about 7 yards.
Well, once the change is set, unless they call a timeout, the clock will start, and we're down to 22.2 seconds in the first half.
So it'll be interesting to see what and they do take a timeout. We'll stay here and discuss this one. We're just about 22 seconds away from halftime here in Springfield, and be interesting to see what they do.
But this is not a good time for trick play because everybody's looking for them.
That is true. Southeast lines up with 1 man just about 5 yards away from the sideline to the right. Looks like maybe it is some type of trick play. They'll send 1 receiver in motion to the left. Easley back to pass now. He's got a man down. Odom intercepts the ball.
Good.
And so that'll kill Southeast hopes. Intended receiver on that, I believe, was Lincoln James. And Odom comes up with his first interception of the game as Taylorville's first interception of the game. And so Taylorville will try to take a positive out of that. Imagine we'll probably kneel on it.
That's what I would say. I think
15
you just
seconds
take
to go.
a knee and let's go in at halftime. We played a good first half. They only play to really hurt us, and it did badly, too, I guess. One was that 80-yard punt, and the other was a two-point conversions. Other than that, we played very, very good football, but they're ahead.
And so the clock runs out, and it is half. Texas placing the ball, and they'll get ready to kick off to Taylorville. Taylorville has Justin Rare and Chad Milam deep. They're standing about the 13-yard line. Southeast kicking into the win. The kicker for Southeast is number 3, Brandon Keys, and he'll come and kick the ball off. Kick on the ground, and the ball will be fielded.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And it looks like Taylorville maybe...
Taylorville has the ball unless they take it away from him.
The ball was kicked onto the ground, and...
Oh, we got it. Ooh, boy, that was almost a disaster.
Almost. J.B. Fry went to pick the ball up, and the ball kind of bounced on him, and I think he eventually fell onto it. So, anyhow, Taylorville does have the ball to start off first and 10 at the 32-yard line, at their own 32. And we'll see if Taylorville's offense here can get things going. Taylorville's line comes up. Tad McCullough, Bryce Lovecamp, and Justin Fry at guards. Summer and Cole at tackles. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. No tight end with 2 backs. Odom waving off one call. He's barking out calls now. And Odom drops back to pass, rolling out to his right. He's got a man, Milam, down there about the 45. Milam takes the ball, is brought down at the 45-yard line. So a good pass play right there.
Starting out real good. Little out pattern on the sideline for a big first down, and great field position right now for the Tornadoes.
Good job by the offensive line as well, making sure Odom had time to throw. It was Odom rolled out to his right, and especially not having the tight end there, that play really helped out. Odom now back with Reese in at tight end, 2 backs behind him. Milam to his left, Clevis to his right. He'll take the snap from center, drops back, looking to pass once again. He throws a quick pass to Casey Reese, who's got the ball at the 50-yard line, down to about the 46-yard line of Southeast. Odom was, looked like he might have been hit hard there.
Yeah, I hope we don't make a first down here, Matt. What do you think? Because it's going to be very careful. Oh, the reason I say that, second down and short yardage is what you really love.
Yeah, because that's when you get the chance to open your offense.
When you can throw the ball, anywhere down the field. You can run your reverses. You can do, well, I wouldn't run a reverse. You might be thrown for a long loss. But there's a lot of things you can do on second and inches, really.
Odom up under center now, tied in to the right, receivers to each side, 2 backs behind him. Southeast coming up with 5 men on the line of scrimmage, now 1 backs off. Odom drops back to pass after he takes a snap. He's got a man downfield. Zeitler, I believe Zeitler was intended receiver, and Casey Reese reached back and tipped the ball. I'm not sure who it was intended for.
Not either. Again, they were fairly close to one another, and I think miscommunication probably was the biggest problem right there. But now we've got a third and short yardage, and I would have guessed we'll come in there and get our first down now.
So Zeitler goes out now, and Clevis runs in the play. Clevis and Milam to the left now of Odom. Reese at the tight end to the right with Repsher and Repsher in the backfield. Mike and Matt Repsher, the duo there. 5 men looking to rush Odom on the defensive line for Southeast. And quarterback sneak, and of course Odom does pick up the first down. And that's a great thing. Quarterback sneaks have always worked for us. That's something we always worked in practice, I know, last year. And it's something that's just mainly speed, not really size, speed, and staying low.
That's right. Just you sort of go in there with a wedge block, and I don't know if you use that or not particularly, but everybody close down to the center and then just go with it, the old flying wedge. So a big first down for Tornadoes.
McCollum did a great job leading on that as well, as did the rest of the offensive line. He's playing a pretty good game right now, the offensive line.
Sure is.
Odom lines up with 2 receivers to his left, again 2 backs behind him. Casey Reese to his right, tight end. Odom looks to pass, he drops back 3 steps.
But his pattern, I think.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
Reese was coming across, and Milam looked like he may have been on a short post, or I think the ball was intended for Reese.
Yeah, I think so. And then someone, I think he sort of slowed up, thought it wasn't going to come to him, and you always want to continue to run your pattern, no matter what's happening out there.
So now it is 2nd down and 10 for Taylorville at the southeast 43-yard line. Odom up under center, a receiver to each side. Clevis to his left, make it Milam to his right. Odom will take the snap from McCullough. We're looking for a quick pass to Milam. And thrown behind him. I think they tried to go hot on that. Milam was in single coverage, or covered by just one man, and maybe looking for a quick pass there.
Well, he was jammed on the line of scrimmage. Milam is not the biggest person in the world. He got jammed. I think that threw the pattern off, and even at that, he still took a pretty good shot of trying to get the ball.
Jesse Wilson on the coverage there for Southeast. Odom now back with 3rd and 10, 2 backs behind him, and 3 men to his right, 2 wide, and Casey Reese at tight end, making Casey Reese to his left at tight end. Odom looking to pass deep again and thrown, caught, no, thought he had the ball. Zeitler, his intended receiver, down about the 20-yard line.
Oh, I thought he had the ball, didn't you?
Thought he did too, but he came up short. He was double covered there. So Taylorville coming up with a 4th and 10 now, and I think they're going to have to punt here, Don.
Yeah, but we're in a lot better situation. Of course, we're with the wind right now, but I think he's doing the right thing. More than likely, it might be the ball will go into the end zone, but that'll still put it down there on the 20-yard line. So.
We'll take it down there at the 20.
Yeah.
More than anything. So Clevis is set to punt. 3 guys back to receive for Southeast. Here's the snap from Milam. Clevis with a pretty good kick, end over end. Looks like he's going to go into the end zone, and it does. So it'll be a touchback there for Southeast. They'll have the ball at their own 20-yard line to start things off their first offensive series here in the second half.
Anytime you can keep the ball away from their deep men on any of our special teams when we're kicking to them, I think that's a win right there, because they do have good return people. Lots of speed.
Especially with the 3 guys back there. It's they almost, if it's anywhere close, between 2 guys, one of them catches and one of them blocks. It really helps out if you're the receiver. So Southeast comes up on the ball right now. Eric Easley into quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to each side with 1 back behind him. Craig Rolfe behind him, and a handoff to Rolfe. Rolfe's got some open field. He comes out to the outside. He's to his right, running down the field at the 50, the 40. He's got 1 man to beat Milam. And Milam trying to bring him down, finally does at the 10-yard line. Craig Rolfe on a huge running play, and Don, another one of those big plays that seems to hurt us.
Yeah, that again, he got stumbled as he got out there, and there's a foot race on, and he's awfully fast, and we're lucky to bring him down at all. So, big play for both teams that time, and Southeast has got all that speed back there. It's very, very tough to defend that.
Southeast now has a 1st and 10 at the Taylorville, looks to be the 17-yard line. Make it the 9-yard line. I'm sorry, couldn't see the chains there. So Southeast with the 1st and goal. Roll for the carrier again. He'll be brought down just shy of the 5-yard line. You pick up of about 2 or 3. So another big play. Craig Rolfe carrying the ball. I don't know, what did you guess, about 60, 65 yards on that?
Yeah, well, that was the first play, I believe, from scrimmage. So he was on the 20-yard line, and he went down to about the 7 or 8 or something like that, wasn't it? You have to just 60-some-odd yards, I guess.
So Southeast comes up over the ball now. Eric Easley with 2 receivers to his left. 1 back, he hands off once again. This time handing off with nothing there. The handoff made to number 24, Danny Seidner. So Southeast now with the 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. This would be a big play for the Taylorville defense if they can come up with this right here.
Yeah, of course, you got 2 down territory here. I don't know what kind of kicker they got, and it, going into the wind. So I just sort of figure you're going to go twice to try to score against us. So we got 2 big plays coming up.
Absolutely. 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line of Southeast. Eric Easley up now under center. He's got 2 receivers to each side, 1 back. Now man in motion to the right, makes it trips to the right. Taylor will adjust, looking to pass, and caught in the end zone by Lincoln James. And a touchdown for Southeast.
That's a good pattern to call down on the goal line defense. It just slants across the middle. And, of course, the defensive guys in most cases is behind him. And a nice pass, nice catch. And, of course, that puts them out 14 to 7 at this point. And, again, this could be a very, very important play right here to keep us from, going down more.
Here's a snap for the extra point.
Good.
Kick is blocked by Matt Repture. Came right through, untouched.
All right, that is a great play.
Great play. So now it's 14 to 7 here in Springfield. 7 minutes 34 seconds to go. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado Football.
Come back and match the score.
And we're back in Springfield as Southeast gets ready to kick off once again, kicking for Southeast. Number 3, Brandon Keys, will kick off with the wind in his face. Ball on the ground once again, and there to pick up the ball is Jeremy Wilson, number 3. He's got a great run. He breaks a couple of tackles and is finally brought down after the 49-yard line. I do believe that was Jeremy Wilson. Yeah. Of course, Jeremy Wilson, number 3 for the Tornadoes. Wilson, only a sophomore, did a great job there.
That guy's in great field position, and I think what we need to do now is to get that touchdown that we missed the first shot. It's great. We're on their 40, I guess about the 49-yard line, and so great field position.
Absolutely. So Taylorville now, Odom coming up under center at the 49-yard line of Southeast, and busted play on that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was called.
I think it was a quarterback draw there. I do believe. I know we've got the play that we can run.
I think it was too, and it just wasn't there. They're going to go after Jeff now.
Absolutely.
They're going to be careful with Milam. They're going to take care of Jeb, and I think I called him Jeff a moment ago, but that's the two guys we can hurt you with the quickest. Is those two guys right there. And you can definitely tell they're going to try to hold Milan up and do all kinds of stuff.
2nd and 13 now. Odom up under center. 2 men to his right. Tight end to his left. 2 backs. Southeast with their defense set to go. Odom takes a snap, looks for a quick pass, and he throws hit immediately in the backfield. Not a great play on that. I'm not sure if Columbus, the ball was intended for Columbus, and he looked at the last minute, and the ball just wasn't there.
He got him turned around, and the thing about it, Jim had someone that decked him at the time he threw it. He had to throw it, so the receiver has to help him. I don't know how you really teach it at this time, but you got to be looking for that ball very quickly.
So Taylor now facing a 3rd and 13. Odom coming up under center. He's got 1 man to each side. The tight end to his left and 2 backs. Southeast looking maybe to blitz here on 3rd down. Blitz comes off now, and Odom drops back to pass once again. He's got making Walker in the flats. Walker brought down shy of the 1st down, but a good pickup of about 8 yards on the play. Taylorville will face a 4th down and about 4 yards to go.
Got to punt the ball in this situation right here.
Have to punt the ball and hopefully pin Southeast back in deep. And Taylorville will set up in punt formation. Southeast does as well. They set up in punt return formation. They put their 3 guys deep.
Yeah, you never know. There could be a fake, but I think it's going to be a punt.
And it is a punt. Columbus kicks the ball. High punt now. This might be good if it can stay in bounds. And it doesn't. Great spiral on the kick, though, but ball punted into the end zone by Columbus, and Southeast will have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, let's hope this time he doesn't go, I guess over 70 yards that last time, down to our 6 or 7, 72 or 3-yard run that set up their 2nd touchdown.
So Southeast will take over now after the punt. 20-yard line is where Southeast will start out at. Heading to our right, heading into the south with the wind in their face this 3rd quarter. Taylorville sets up their defense. Backers Matt Repture, Leroy Barlow, and Mike Repture. Odom at free safety. And ball carrier Rolf once again, and he breaks a couple of tackles, brings the ball out to about the 23-yard line.
That time we was able to contain him in there. We had a stunt on the inside, and I think we stunted away from the point of attack that time. So we did a good job keeping him to 3 yards.
Looked like possibly maybe attempting the same run play as Rolf just ran 70 yards on.
It worked once, why not try it 2 times, they're going to try to get outside of us too, I believe.
Zeitler and Milam at corners. Handoff inside right now to Craig Rolfe once again with a pickup of maybe a yard on the play, if that. Brings up a third down and about 6, maybe a long 6.
This is a real big play right now. If we can make them punt that ball into the wind, I think we could get right back in here and maybe score a quick touchdown. This is the biggest play of the game at this point.
I think you're right, Don. And third down now for Southeast. I'd be looking for them. Well, it looks like they're going to set up in the wishbone. I'd guess them to pass right here.
I would guess the same thing. Maybe not. Now they put a man in motion out of the bone.
Man in motion, the right roll.
Yeah.
And it looks like a screen maybe. As Taylor had
it snuffed out too.
It
sniffed
did,
out. I guess not snuffed, but sniffed out.
Well, Don, you can say whatever you want, and I'm not going to correct your grammar, but sniffed it.
Any way you want to put it, we defended the play very well.
Absolutely, and almost if we wouldn't have got the ball away, we probably would have lost about 10 yards. But anyhow, we've got a 4th down and 8 now, and Southeast in a punting situation. Milam deep for Taylorville, and Jesse Wilson deep to punt for Southeast. Here's the snap. Wilson with the kick. Almost Matt Repture in there again. Looks like he could have got a piece. Milam.
Get it. Well, okay.
Okay. So Milam doesn't pick up the ball, and the ball rolls to the 35-yard line of Taylorville. Another good punt.
Yes,
fairly good field position for Taylorville.
Yeah. I tell you, it was a great punt by Southeast boy that time, because he had the wind to have to contend with and did a great job.
So Taylorville will take over at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Tornadoes. 14-7 here in the third period with 4 minutes to go in the third bracket of this game in Springfield. The wind still a big factor behind us right now as Odom comes up under center. He barks out the calls, takes the snap, hands off to Matt Repture, who carries the ball forward to about the 40-yard line, maybe a little bit shy of the 40-yard line, about 4 or 5 yards on that carry.
About 4, I think. Now, you make 4 on the first down. That really, that still puts you in a situation, run or pass.
Taylorville comes up once again. Tad McCullough at center. Cole and Lovecamp at guards. Summer and Fry at tackles. Odom under center, barks out the calls, takes the snap, looks for a receiver as he's going to pass. And he's got Chad Milam wide open the middle. Milam running to his left, breaks one tackle, drops the ball. And that's not a great... Tough break for Taylorville. Milam dropped the ball.
I see a penalty too.
There is a penalty flag down there. I'm not sure if that's going to help us out any. No. Milam, I'm not sure if he dropped the ball, if it was popped out, but anyhow, Southeast fell on it, and if the flag doesn't help us out here, Southeast is going to have the ball
there,
at their own 37-yard line.
I think that's what happened. I think the penalty was on.
Yeah, we got a clipping call against us, so. Not sure if that'll affect us either with them getting the ball back.
Well, they got a lot better field position now that you're out on the 36 or 37-yard line. Remember, they started at the 20 last series.
Yes.
And plus, you got to realize that we're down to, around 3 minutes now, and then we lose the win. Well, that was a big play right there for Southeast.
3 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the third frame here. Southeast with the ball now.
They're going to use the clock as long as they can. You can just tell the way they're acting out there that they know the situation to have to punt into the wind.
So Southeast comes up on the ball now, and Taylorville comes up with their defense. Eric Easley under center with a wishbone, and Rolfe the ball carrier, make it James the ball carrier. He carries the ball out to the 39-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and about 8.
Short 8. Defense has really played well today.
With the exception of the big plays have always hurt us, Don. And even not only this year, but
years in the past. I think again, it's your team speed's not as fast as some of the other teams, and that's what happens.
Easley under center once again with 2 backs. Hands off to Lincoln James, who makes a few jukes, and is finally brought down at at the
First down.
48-yard line. He's picked up a first down for Southeast.
Real good running back, really good.
So Lincoln James carries the ball for Southeast. Southeast picks up a first down. It will be first down and 10 at Southeast's own 47-yard line. Taylorville's defense needs to come up here. The wind still in the face of Southeast now. Minute and 50 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. And a timeout looks like is going to be called. Official timeout. Looks like one of the Southeast linemen needs a mouthpiece or his broken strap or something. So Southeast will regroup, and still a minute 44 left.
That hurts you when they can go back in the huddle because they didn't have a mouthpiece in to run the clock down a little bit.
I agree. So Taylorville comes up with their defense against Eastley with one back, 2 men to each side. Now man in motion to the right. He motions back to the left. Eastley sneaks the ball and carries for about 2 yards, maybe 3 on that play.
I think our defense has been on the field a long time now, and that's beginning to tell on us a little bit out there.
Ball just shy of the 50-yard line now, just in Southeast's own territory. And Taylorville's defense comes up against the ball. Southeast's quarterback Eric Eastley under center. He's got trips to his right, 1 man to his left, and 1 man behind him. Here's a snap, a handoff to the running back, who's tripped up. Great tackle there by Matt Repsher.
Yeah, that was a beautiful tackle because if he hadn't made that play right there, I believe he was down the field quite a bit more.
I do believe so. Carrying the ball on that play was number 24, Danny Seidner. Matt Repsher on the tackle there. The Taylorville defense doing a good job.
Great job out there.
Third down now, and about 6 yards to go for a first down. Taylorville's front line, McCullough, Martinowski, Summer. Coming up, Matt Repsher at the middle linebacker. Handoff right up the middle to Seidner, who was brought down shy of the first down. Great job again by Taylorville. And helping out on the tackle was Jeb Odom, John Martinowski, and they're possibly on the initial hit. So
End of the third quarter.
End of the third quarter. Southeast will at least get to punt with the wind behind him. We'll take a... So we're back here in Springfield. And it is the start of the fourth quarter. Southeast leads 14-7 over the Taylorville Tornadoes. Getting ready for a Southeast punt. Southeast will be punting with the wind now since we switched ends. Flip-flop here. Chad Milam deep for Taylorville. And Jesse Wilson will be kicking. And we got some flags on the field now.
I think they took too much time, and I think, again, maybe they were trying to pull us offside. I don't know. Maybe they did. I hope not.
It looks like it's going to be against Southeast.
Yeah, I think that was too much time, I believe.
No, we had an illegal procedure against Southeast, so I guess one of their guys moved. That'll just make it a 4th and about 8 now.
Pretty sure they're going to kick it this time.
Yeah. So Wilson to kick for Southeast, Milam deep for Taylorville. Hopefully looking for a good return. Here's the snap, a bad snap, low snap, still the ball. Matt Repsher now. Tackle.
Pick it up, pick it up.
The ball. Taylorville's got the ball now. And
they got a penalty flag come up late.
So we've got a late flag against Taylorville, but Taylorville falls on the ball. The punt was fumbled by Wilson.
That's a great.
Taylorville fell on the ball, so that's a great break for Taylorville. Matt Repsher just nailed the snot out of Wilson.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, in every ball game, Matt, you have some good things that happen to you and some bad things that happen. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
We used to call it our green call. Our red call was when things went against us. So I think the coaches do that with their team. I don't know if
they do that with our team. I'm sure you'd hear the guys yelling green right now.
Yeah, that's it. You got a green call, fellas.
So the flag was woven off. So Taylorville has the ball now. 1st and 10 at the Southeast 35-yard line, and this is a big breaker for Taylorville and a big green light, and we'll get it going. Odom now under center with Milam and Zeitler to his right. Now Zeitler in motion to the left. 2 backs behind him. Odom takes the snap, hands off to Matt Retcher, who's still carrying the ball. Great carry by Matt Retcher. Carry for about 7 or 8 yards.
Right there, and he dove for a 2 at the very end. So, yeah, about a big 8-yard gain that time. 7.5 anyway. Pretty much 8.
So Taylorville facing now a 2nd and long 2 for a first down. Clevis into the game now. At a wide receiver, he's to the right, Milam to the left. Repsher and Walker in the backfield for Taylorville, and Reese at tight end. A handoff to Walker, who makes a few spins, works his way up to the 25-yard line for a first down. Some great job by the Taylorville running game right now.
Oh yeah, and this is one where we just have to make it, Matt. If we don't make it here, it's going to put us in a do or die situation. The only thing we can do is pass. Right now, we have plenty of time to run our offense the way we want to. No pressure on our offense.
And a great job by the offensive line right here as well.
Oh, doing a great job.
Fabulous job of staying low and making some good blocks. Zeitler now in the motion to the left with Milam to the right. Odom takes a snap, hands off once again. No, keeps it on the option, and works his way down to about the 5-yard line. We've got a flag, though.
I think it's going to be on Taylorville, too, I'm sorry to say.
I do believe it's back in our backfield, so...
yeah, that's going to hurt.
We'll have to see what that is. I'm not sure if it was a holding or what we have.
For us, it's against Taylorville, I think.
We got a penalty against Taylorville.
Oh, that really hurt. That really, really hurt. Well, we can't let it get us down. We just got to come up and play that much harder.
So the referees will mark a 5-yard penalty against Taylorville. We'll have a 1st and 15. Still moving the ball well, as long as Taylorville can come off of this penalty. And it's a great run by Odom on the last play had we not had the flag.
Yeah, that's right. It seemed like maybe somebody as a wide receiver got his hands away from his body, which I didn't know that was all that bad of a deal anymore, but I guess it is if you're out that wide.
So Taylorville now is going to call a timeout with 10 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the ball game. Southeast leads 14-7. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado. Facing a 1st down and 15 following a penalty. Odom comes up under center. He's got Milam to his right, Zeitler to his left, and Walker and Matt Repsher behind him in the backfield. Casey Reese at the tight end. Odom drops back to pass, rolls out a little bit to his right. Ball being pulled down, throws the ball off to Chad Milam for a gain of, looks like maybe 1 yard on that play. Not sure, probably some good coverage downfield.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he was being run pretty wild back there, and just good that he got the ball off at all, to tell you the truth.
So Odom's forced out of the pocket, and still, you know, the offensive line is doing a great job. Odom hasn't been sacked all day, I don't believe, Donna.
No, I tell you, they're just keying on Jeb at this point. They're going to send a lot of people up front after him.
Odom lines up now with 2 men to his right. Repsher in the back as was Walker. Odom rolls out to his right. He looks downfield. He's got Chad Milam at the 20-yard line for a pick of about 10 yards on the play. It's still going to leave Taylorville short of the 1st down.
Well,
it's going to be 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, so we got two downs
Still
to
have
get
2
5
downs.
yards. Maybe closer to 5.5 to go.
So we're at the 20-yard line, and about 5.5 yards for a 1st down. Clevis comes out of the game now, and Zeitler runs in the play. Southeast, no doubt, will be sending a huge rush, as you said, Don, they're keen on Odom right now.
Maybe a run might be the thing to do, but, you know, we do pass the ball well.
Matt Repsher and Shea Walker in the backfield for Taylorville. Odom up under center, 2 receivers. He fakes handoff, rolls out to his left. Under pressure, throws the ball to Chad Milam. Just threw the ball in front of him just a little bit, and
just a little bit off.
Down.
Okay, you have to think that had something to do with the wind conditions out there. So this again is a big play for the Tornadoes. That was such a hard play. They had callbacks, but we still got one more shot at them, and we can still play tough defense.
So it's 4th down now, 4th and 5 from Southeast 20-yard line. Taylorville 20 yards from the end zone right now. 4th down, and we desperately need at least a 1st down, if not the score right here. Odom now gets up under center. He's got 1 receiver to each side. Clevis to his right and Milam to his left. Matt Repsher and Shea Walker in the backfield. Casey Reed is at a tight end to the right. Odom barks the call, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to pass a quick pass to Shea Walker, who I believe I think he's going to be short, Don.
You know, I thought he went beyond that. They gave him a bad,
I do believe it was a bad
space. They really did.
Bad placement there.
No,
looked like he worked
really
his way
a bad placement because he went inside that.
Looked like he worked his way up to the 15-yard line, and they're placing it back behind the 15-yard line. So.
Let's see. Well,
and we've got a man down. I believe that's Odom down on the field now. Looks like he may be injured a little bit. Don't like to.
I think
It's like a free safety, kind of a field general type.
So we got a new man in there to take his place. I'm not sure who it is, number 82.
We got Tommy Daniels out there now filling in for Odom. We got Repture at middle linebacker. Here's a play from Easley, a running play to Rolf.
Oh, good defense.
Nowhere to go. Tremendously good job by the Taylorville defensive line. In on the tackle, John Martinowski, Casey Reese. I see Leroy Barlow coming up there, and of course Matt Repture in there as well for the Tornadoes. Great job by the linebackers and the line of Taylorville.
Yeah, they really stood him up. I would imagine we're going to see some passing out of Southeast.
And so Southeast now coming up over the ball. Of course, Daniels in for Odom in defense rather. Justin Rare in the defense as well. Taylorville set up, as is Southeast with their two backs. Quick handoff. Nowhere to go for number 24, Danny Seidner. Nowhere to go for Southeast. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. And Southeast in a passing situation. Taylorville's defense really coming up here, Don. They're really stepping it up.
Every time you say, well, this is a big play, but again, we have to say it again. We stop them here, we're going to get the ball in pretty good field position. And remember, their punter didn't punt the last time, so he's under pressure.
So Southeast comes up over the ball once again. One receiver to each side, a lot of running backs. Rolf the ball carrier. Once again, he's trying to get it to the outside, and he has nowhere to go. He picks up about 4 yards, still short of the first down, and Southeast undoubtedly is going to have to go for the punt. It'd almost be a shot in the foot to try and fake it here, Don, I think, so close to their territory. It's ball's at their own 20-yard line. So. Yeah,
and they've got about almost 5 yards to go for a first down, so I think you'll see a punt. Now we got a Southeast player down on
Chad Milam is going to go back deep, and Jesse Wilson will be in the punt. Hopefully Taylorville can get in there. Taylorville's done a great job on the punt coverage, and Matt Repture especially getting in there on their punts, and Southeast's long snappers not done a great job of snapping the ball either.
Let's hope we can get a big break here.
That's what we'll be looking for, and we're awaiting the snap now from center.
Trying to pull us off.
Giving a hard count from Southeast, and now Milam back to field the ball. He'll run to his right. He's got a little bit of running room. Finally brought down to the 49-yard line. A good return by Milam following the punt.
That's the kind of play there. Milam's our fastest man that we have on our squad. You can see they had several that could run him down. So team speed is so different out there. And of course, we're still got a good situation here. We're on our own 49-yard line, and about 7 minutes to go in the game.
So Taylorville desperately needs to score. As you said, Don, you know, it may take 3 scores to win this game.
Yeah.
We got 6:35 left to go, and it's 7-14 as Odom comes up underneath the center. He's got one receiver to each side. He drops back to pass. He's going to look down the middle for Reese. Tremendous coverage by Southeast on all of our receivers, really.
Now, you know, we can almost still do anything. That pretty well, you might think, puts us in a passing situation. It might. But we've got enough time that we don't have to worry about the clock quite yet. It's getting there. It won't be long before it'll be a big factor.
And so Taylorville comes up over the ball once again. 2 receivers to the left, Klebus and a Milam. In the backfield, Mike Repture, Matt Repture off to the side. Casey Reese to tie it in. Odom barks out the calls. He takes the snap, rolls out to his left, looking for a man to throw to. He's got Klebus, and Klebus drops the pass at the 45-yard line. Taylorville will have 3rd and 10.
Should have had that one, Matt. It was the kind of ball that you got to catch.
Absolutely, especially in a time, you know, like right now, the ball was thrown behind him a little bit, but you still he could have been caught. Yeah.
And that would have put third and about 6, and you'd be surprised the difference between 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 10.
So Taylor definitely in a passing down now. They'll be looking, the offensive line will be looking possibly to blitz. They've been going after Odom, and they are showing blitz with 2 linebackers up on the line right now, like they're going to come hard. Taylorville's got a hot receiver, and Odom dropping back to pass. He runs for it, and he's going to run for the first down. Still going at the 35-yard line. Great job by Jeb Odom. Not really anything open downfield. Southeast showed blitz, and their guys walked off. Odom rolled out to his left and made a good run out of it.
Sure did. Sure did. That was a big play. Every play is becoming a big one now.
So Odom runs for about 15 yards on that play, as Taylorville will have 1st and 10 at Southeast 34-yard line. Odom now under center, 1 receiver to each side. Clubb is to his right, Milam to his left. Odom fakes a handoff one way, gives to Mike Retsch, who's got a tremendous run. And Southeast has fallen on the ball. Mike Repture carried the ball out to the 20-yard line, popped out, and Southeast fell on the ball, and another crucial turnover for us, Don.
That's a big turnover right there. Just seems like we're snake bit, but we got to go back, try to get the football back. 2 big fumbles really have hurt us in this game, and of course, what can you say? We're playing our hearts out there, and I'm sure the young man that fumbled the ball could have done anything to get from doing that. They're aggressive mistakes.
They are aggressive mistakes. So Southeast will take over the ball now, their own 20-yard line. Easley up under center. He's got a receiver to each side. He sneaks the ball and carries it for about a yard. Well, once again, Don, our defense has to come back out on the field, and our defense has been out there, quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've had 1 break with that fumble, and of course the penalty really hurt us there, and then we're driving again, and the fumble really hurts us. What more can you say? The kids are just giving it all out there, and they're behind 7-14. I think about 6 minutes in it, Matt.
We've got 5 minutes to go, Don. 5 minutes to go.
It's becoming important now, very important.
So Taylorville's defense once again has to come up big. They do on the first play there. Easley once again is going back to pass. He's sacked. Very good play by Taylorville. In on the sack, of course, Matt Repture, and helping him out, Casey Reese. Great job by the Taylorville defense right now.
Yeah, I tell you, one thing Coach might want to consider is to call a timeout to conserve the time. I know that we've got 2 timeouts, and they have, I'm not sure how many. So we're down inside probably 4 minutes now.
4:25 on the clock.
4:25. So I would think if they don't make a first down here, we'll call a timeout.
So it's 3rd down now, about a long 15. Eric Easley under center. Matt Repture showing blitz. He carries himself.
He didn't make it, though.
Didn't make the first down. I correct myself there. Easley was not in quarterback. Once again, Jesse Wilson comes in for a 1 play to quarterback, and he sneaks the ball himself, carries it out.
Yeah, you'd have to think that they're going to punt this time, but it's still just about 3 yards for first down.
Taylorville sets up to receive the punt.
You got to be very careful not to jump off sides right now.
Absolutely. And with Southeast, they run, at least their freshmen did, they'll all pop up. It's kind of like when Mount Zion used to run the scrum. Here's the snap, blocked by Repture. It's a terrible call. So Milam receives the ball. He's tackled about the 30-yard line. What happened on the play, Matt Repture came through, almost got a piece of the ball, and it appeared to me incidental contact with the punter, and he was flagged.
Yeah, if he could have got part of the ball that time, which I thought he's about ready to do, I think it's okay. But he gave him a pretty good shot in there, Matt. But again, what are you going to say? That's an aggressive mistake. Absolutely. He's out there to block it. We're behind. We got to get back in the game. Now we have to use our timeouts, I believe, as they'll be running the ball.
Yeah. So roughing the kicker goes against Taylorville. Another one of those, as Don told you, aggressive mistakes. In my mind, I'm not really sure you could call a penalty on that, but of course I'm not a punter. So.
Now, if they had someone that would block him into the kicker, that's okay, but I don't think that's the case. So you have to look at it on the video, find out what we really did. I tell you the truth, I think we hit him pretty hard.
So 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down moves Southeast out to their own 41-yard line, where Eric Easley will come up under center. And the Taylorville defense will have to come up big once again. A handoff to Rolfe. He runs over to the right, no room to go. Brought down by a horde of Taylorville jerseys on the tackle. Odom, Cole,
I'd say maybe
Barlow, and Martinowski.
I think you just about in that second down, maybe go with your clock one more down. And then if they don't pass it or stop the clock themselves, I think we're almost forced into us calling our last 2 timeouts.
3 minutes to go now, Don. 3 minutes. And the score is 14-7. Southeast still leads it here in Memorial Stadium. Taylorville's defense is going to have to come up with some big plays right here. Taylorville's defense comes up right now. And Jesse Wilson in at quarterback once again, and he fakes, and he's going to try and run the ball himself. He does run to the left. He's picked up a first down and still running. Finally dragged out of bounds by Chad Milam at Taylorville's own 37-yard line.
That was a big play for them. You can't take it away from them. They had to make a first down. Now we're forced into a situation, and like you said earlier, our defense has been on the field so long, Matt, that it's beginning to tell a little bit. So anything can happen. We know that. We know anybody, the fumble or we stop them and we have the last second. You never know. So let's just watch this last few minutes here and see if we can pull one out.
Easley back in at quarterback now. He'll take the snap. He's got 3, make it 2 men to his right, 1 in motion. He hands off to Seidner. Seidner brought down at the 36-yard line for a gain of a yard. Second down. Taylorville, of course, there you go, takes a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. 2:24 to go in the game. Southeast leads 14-7. You're listening to Taylorville Tornado Football. Back in Springfield, Southeast facing a second down and 9. Eric Easley up under quarterback with a wishbone behind him. 1 man goes into motion out to the right, 2 receivers to the right. Pitch to Rolfe, who's got some room to the outside, and he'll work his way into the 30, still going to the 20-yard line, and picks up another first down for Southeast.
And outside speeds begin to tell. We were talking at the break, and I think you have to realize the defense has been out there a long time.
That they have.
Time. And they've got about 3 or 4 boys that can really burn it. And so this puts us in a bad position now because they can almost run the clock out. And of course, if they score, then that puts us 2 behind, and almost awful hard to think we could come back and win it.
So it is now first down and 10 at the Taylorville 20-yard line. Southeast with 2 receivers to the left, 1 make it 2 to the right and 1 back. Taylorville showing blitz, and a very good job of blitz as they bring down Seidner for a gain of 1 yard, maybe 2 on that play. So the clock's still running, 2:04, 2:03 to go in the game. Timeout now going to be taken by Taylorville.
I think that's our last timeout.
I do believe that is our last timeout. We'll stay here in Springfield. And what's it going to take now, Don?
A miracle. If you want to know the truth, I mean, if we get beat, is some weird plays and mainly some mistakes that any team can make. They've always been real, aggressive mistakes.
Man in motion to the left now. Eric Easley pitches off to Lincoln James, who's got a little bit of running room, now brought down by the Taylorville defense for a loss at his own 21-yard line. Under 2 minutes now, Don. How much?
Well, they've got 2 more plays. We could possibly get the ball back with a few seconds to go. The only problem I see, the officials are waiting too long.
Southeast kicker is warming up as well, so should Southeast not get it, they can at least try a field goal.
Well, that'd be the best thing could happen for us, because if he had missed that field goal, we get the ball on the 20,
So a minute 27 now. The clock's still running. Eric Easley up under center right now. 2 men in his backfield. 1 in motion to the right now. He hands off to Rolfe. Rolfe finding a little bit of running room.
And everybody needs to get up as fast as they can.
He's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down now for Southeast at the 15-yard line. And I'm sure Southeast now, of course, going to take a delay game penalty, possibly, or else wait the clock run out and then call a timeout.
Yeah, they might. I don't know what they're going to do here, but the clock is now going down, and we may get the ball back. If we stop them here, we can get the ball back with 15 or 20 seconds to go, possibly.
So
I think you're right. I think they may just let the time run out and then go from there.
Now down to 40 seconds, and now a timeout called by Southeast. 40.2 seconds. We're going to stay here as Southeast calls a timeout.
Well, I tell you, the best thing happened, boys, is the fact that they took a timeout and are going to try to kick it. He may kick it, but I think it's a foolish thing for them to do.
You may be right, Don, because the clock is stopped.
Yeah, who knows? We can break through there. We can block it. Hey, you know.
Sounds good to me.
7:14 right now.
And now Southeast is going to attempt to kick. Chuck Hansen came out to talk to the defense and try and get them pumped up. They're going to rush the kick very hard. It's a kick fake, and they've maybe intercepted now by Chad Milam. He's got some running to the right.
Get out of bounds.
After the fake, and Milam does make his way out of bounds at the 20. So a kick fake turns out to be an interception for Taylorville, as is it Jesse Wilson, the usual kicker. He just took the ball and threw up actually like a duck. Milam came up with the ball and ran the ball back to the 20. So Taylorville now with 28.6 seconds and no timeouts, Don. That's really going to be, we're going to have to either go to the sidelines or go long.
Well, and the fact is, we've got that tough win in our face right now, but we got the chance, and that's all that you ask for is a chance.
So Odom comes up now under center. He's got Zeitler to his left, Milam to his right, as is one more receiver. I'm not sure who that is. Odom drops back, and he's rolling out to his right now. He's got a man. Milam drops the ball.
Well, you're almost in a situation like that, Matt, that looked like they would have tackled him. So
Odom did a good job of getting the ball away and avoiding the sack because we do not have any timeouts left.
No timeouts.
Justin Rare was also in a receiver there. Failed to mention him. Clevis running in a play now. And 21.7 seconds to go. Taylorville 2nd and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Make it their own 20-yard line. Taylorville needs a big offensive play right here. Odom comes up under center. He's got Rare to his left. He's got Clevis to his right. Milam to his left as well. One back. Quick throw to Milam, who cannot get open. The ball just overthrown just a little bit. And now we're facing 3rd and 10 from our own 20.
Well, they're not going to let anybody behind them. Their safety's a good 15, 20 yards back, sort of, and everybody else is playing man, it looks like. And to tell you the truth, it looks like that they're going to cover old Chad pretty close. Tough situation for the Tornadoes.
17.7 seconds to go now. Tornadoes facing 3rd down.
Got to make a 1st down and 2 downs here. Time's a bigger factor at this point.
Odom takes the snap. He drops back under a huge rush. He's got forced out of the pocket now to his right. Throws the ball to Milam, who's still in the middle of the field. He's got to get out of bounds. And don't believe he did. The clock is still running.
No, timeout. They got a timeout. They need to put some time back on the clock there.
I think you're right, Don.
They need to put the time on the clock.
Anxious to see now. Clock running now. Odom throws the ball into the ground, and the clock is stopped now. So Taylorville has the ball now at the 41-yard line with 2 seconds to go. So this is going to be the last play, Don. This is it.
You just got to throw it down the field as far as you can, and maybe put triplets on one side, trips, and throw the Hail Mary pass.
Absolutely. That's about the only thing we've got left to do is the old Hail Mary, and it's worked before.
Might work again, you don't know.
So we'll wait the final. This is going to be the final play of the game.
We got our triplets over to the left.
We've got trips left. We've got Rare. We've got Milam. We've got, I believe, Clevis out there as well. Reese at tight end to the right. Here comes the snap. Odom drops back under a 5-man pressure. He throws the ball deep, and if anyone can come up with it, and they don't, and that's going to be the ball game.
Well, wait till this sound goes away. Let's put it this way. The team that had the most talent won the game.